Question 29. Find the next two terms of the sequence. Negative 15, 30, negative 60, 120, and then I'm trying to figure out the next two terms. So in my helpful hints box here, I have the first question is this sequence arithmetic or geometric? So if you'll remember, arithmetic is linear, which means you have to have the same number being added or subtracted every time. So it doesn't make sense to go from a negative to a positive to a negative to a positive and be arithmetic. That's not really possible to flip-flop because you're either adding a positive every time or you're adding a negative every time. With a geometric sequence, you are multiplying a number. So I could be multiplying a negative. When I multiply a negative by a positive, I get another negative. But if I multiply a negative by a negative, I get a positive. So I could flip-flop in theory for a geometric sequence. So if we look here, to get from negative 15 to 30, and then 30 to negative 60, 60 to 120. Some of you might recognize a pattern right away, but we can do an official kind of test here since I'm thinking it's geometric. My common ratio, we take our second term and we divide it by our first term. So my second term in this case is 30 and my first term is negative 15. Remember, this is a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, and so on. So 30 divided by negative 15 is negative 2. So what we're saying is that negative 15 times negative 2 gives me positive 30. Positive 30 times negative 2 gives me negative 60. Negative 60 times negative 2 gives me 120. So I want to do the same thing. I want to multiply 120 by negative 2. So my fifth term, or the next term in the sequence, is going to be negative 240 because 120 times negative 2 is negative 240. And then one more time to get my next term, a sub 6. I'm going to multiply negative 240 times negative 2, and I'm going to get positive 480. So the next two terms in this sequence are negative 240 and 480. I figured it out using my common ratio.